Hello guys, YazzWOW here today, and welcome back to an episode of How About a Cruise Ship in Minecraft. And even though last episode I probably said that we're going to do the cabins, well, I lied. I completely forgot about this part, so we are going to be doing the administration offices in this episode, so it shouldn't be a horribly long episode, but these ships do need administration offices, and the reason being is because they need a place that they can do their work, because, believe it or not, they have desk work too, and I don't know what they do there, but I've seen it for myself, and I know that they're here. So, typically the best place to put this is behind the stage, because it's already crew area, so it just makes it that much more easy to get to for the crew members. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Black Spike. We're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to use the mushrooms. You can't actually grab these, so if you want to use this type of floor, you're going to have to use World Edit. I just like using it. But if you don't have World Edit, then just go ahead and use Quartz, because that works as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm only going to build half of this, and the reason being is because World Edit can flip the rest, and I don't feel like doing the entire thing, so I'm just going to flip it instead. But the point of these administration offices is basically just a whole bunch of offices, so it's not like super hard. I mean, it shouldn't be anything really difficult. So yes, and also I'd like to say, again, because a lot of people keep giving me the same comment, even though I seem to have answered this quite a few times, people keep asking, why do I not say how many blocks I'm putting down? Well, because, like I've said, this is probably the third time that I've said this in this series, and I don't know why people keep commenting it, but the reason being is because I want you guys to get ideas off of this. This is not meant for you to directly copy. If you wanted to directly copy the ship, that's why I put a download link in the description below. But if you want to actually get ideas, that is the point of this series. So please stop commenting that, because I've mentioned that about 3 times now, and I don't know why people won't get that through their minds. But this series is meant for you guys to get ideas, not for you to copy. Like I said, if you want to copy the ship, there's a download link. It'll make your life twice as easier. Because basically, the tutorials that are already on YouTube, the reason they do that is because they basically just want to get money off of ad revenue. And I'm not lying, because I know the YouTubers that do this, but when they put tutorials out and they do it block by block, they're doing it, and they know that you can download the world. So if you want to directly copy the ship, you could just download the world, and you save yourself hours of building. So they do it because they want the ad revenue. Now, I actually want you guys to have some ideas and use your own minds. And that's why my tutorials are different than everyone else's. I mean, I'm sorry, if you like theirs better, then go watch theirs. But I'm doing this so you guys can have first-hand experience on what was going through my mind when I build, and also so that you guys have some good ideas while you're building. So it's your own ship, it's not just someone else's. So that is the reason why I do that. So hopefully I didn't lose subscribers that I just said that, but I felt like I need to get that out of my mind. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get rid of this dressing room right here because I want to use this as a walkway. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock these walls down. And this is going to be the hallway that leads to the administration over here. And that's why I use a different floor, so that it's you can see that it's different. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make a center line of offices right here. So, sorry, that's my phone. So go ahead and build this, and what I'm doing is I'm basically making just a shell where we're going to put the offices. This should hold maybe about 3 offices, and you're not going to need a horrible amount, or a lot of amount, because it's just a cruise ship. So it's not going to be like the Carnival headquarters, where it's like this huge office building. No, this just needs to be pretty simple. I don't know why I put that like there. So it just needs to be fairly simple and effective. That is the whole goal here, while also using your space consciously, meaning you're pretty much using the space to your advantage, because when you're on a cruise ship, the space is so small. Like, even if you've been on a cruise ship, you would know that the space is absolutely tiny in most rooms, and that's why I mean by using your space efficiently, you're getting as much as you can get out of that space that you're provided. So I'm going to put these guys up here. These are just kind of overhead beacon type things, just to make it look like the room's kind of sectioned off. And that's a tool that you can use too, is if you put these guys down, it kind of sections off the room a little bit, just to make it look a little bit neater, if you so wish to do that. I'm trying to think, because this is a really wide hallway. This is wider than I want, so I'm actually going to expand this. I'm going to make the offices go out this far. And this is what I mean by, you always want to modify your design to make it so that the way that you want it, because just because you place blocks down the first time doesn't mean that's what you're going to stick with. And this, I've been trying to prove through this series that you want to go as you go. You don't just want, just stick with what you already have. Just make it better as you go. And this is a whole learning process. And you just go and go and build. So there we go. And also, we can probably make this wall wider as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead. We'll go down there. Alright. Okay. And then... see, now the offices are much bigger. So there we go. And now we have entrances to this one, entrances to that one. And remember, when I flip the ship... I'm so sorry about that. About my phone going off, whatever. When I flip the ship, it'll go over to the other side, so I have actually 4 offices. But for this right now, we only have 2. On this side of the ships. Now we can put in some furniture. So this is just like everything else. You know, you just pretty much think of an office, and I'm just getting these guys. I usually use the stairs, the wood ones as desks, and I use these as chairs. And you know, you can get like carpet if you wanted to put stuff over. Why isn't carpet coming up? Oh right, I have the different language. It's kind of funny. What are they calling this? They're called Scarlet Rug. Okay. Sorry, I changed it to Pirate Talk because I thought it was funny. So, anyways, there we go. So we have that. So go ahead and just make the desk. And this is just administration. So like if you've ever built an office building in Minecraft or seen an office building in Minecraft, pretty much just the point of this is, like I said, you just need something to work. It's a workspace. That's all it is. And then what you can do also is you can get like some oak stairs. Then you do this. That, and there you go. Now the guy has a bookshelf, and then also you can put like visitors chairs because sometimes that's what they have in offices. So if it's like a meeting, so you can talk to the person. It's kind of whatever you guys want it to be. It depends how much of administration you want it to be. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a light in between these rooms because it definitely needs more light. And there we go. Like I said, nothing too fancy. Because you gotta remember, most cruise lines will not spend a lot of money on this part of the ship for reasons that passengers won't see it, and passengers, they just won't care. Because when cruise ships spend their money, or when cruise lines spend their money on cruise ships, typically the cruise ships, all the money goes towards, like, you know, promenade or mezzanine decks. They don't go towards crew decks, so it's kind of bland and boring, and that's kind of the whole thing that we're getting to right now with the crew area. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down some doors, because they do have doors. You know, luckily they have doors. So do that, and we can actually fit an office in here. So again, just put down your stairs. Don't want to cut that off. Put that down, and we'll have a guest chair right there. It's as simple as that. It's very bland, very boring, very crew room-like. That's just the entire point here. Alright, so there we go. Now we have those, but you can also have a second story. If you built a 2-story theater, that means you also have this story. So you could add more administrative offices, which is what we're going to do. So I'm actually going to use the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and put a staircase right here, actually. I don't want to do this. We'll do this. There we go. And this is just like really thin staircases. And typically you don't want this like on your promenade decks, but the reason I'm doing it here is because it is a crew deck, and crew decks are very sloppily done. And let's see what they call this. I wish I wouldn't switch this talk. It's annoying. Where is it? There it is. Steel bars. You can put stuff like steel bars underneath these things just to make it look even more sloppy. It's just because it is crew rooms. That is just, and that is, I can't say that enough. That is the prime reason why a lot of this stuff looks really bland and boring, but that is very true. And it's really funny because I'll look on Minecraft cruise ships, you know, on YouTube every once in a while, and I'll see like the crew areas, and they're all elaborate. But I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's not accurate. I mean, it's not accurate at all if you have crew rooms that are like amazing, you know. That are like absolutely amazing, and the crew rooms and the real ships are just absolute crap. You know, you want it to be accurate. That's me, at least. I prefer accuracy over niceness, just because I want my ships to be the way that they would in real life. But that is my personal preference. Alright, so I made a staircase up here. Again, you'll notice I'm using the iron bars, again, enhancing the sloppiness of the crew decks, because typically it's all white, or at least on Carnival it's all white, because I love Carnival. And I will base my ships after Carnival, because Carnival is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to do this. And you may be asking yourself, well, there's already white wool there. Why would you put the quartz over it? And the reason being is just because it just looks nicer. I mean, I know I just said that you want it to look sloppy, but not to that extent. Like, this is just adding the realism. Because the wool just, it shows that you didn't really care that much about your ship, and it shows that, you just don't care about the walls inside. You didn't really go over it. You didn't bother to go over it. And this just kind of just shows the downloader that, you know, hey, I paid attention to this ship, and I want to make sure that the walls were the way I wanted them. So that's the kind of point going on right there. We'll go ahead and put in some beacons in the walls. Again, I usually go about almost every 3 blocks. just so we have enough light going on in here. And there already is stuff built in right there that goes to this theater. Now, if you don't like this, you can change it to make it go up here, but then realize that the theater it'll be changed in the theater as well. If you're doing the same layout as me, so it's kind of up to you whether you want to move these up or down. I'm just gonna keep them in the middle because I prefer that, but you know, if you want to move them one up, you could, just to match all the others. Alright, so now let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna build a wall right here, and this is gonna be one of the lines for the offices. These are gonna be really big offices. Let's make like an indent going on right there. We go. Alright. So on this side will be offices, on this side will be a hallway. Go ahead and do that. And typically offices are all in a line, by the way. They're usually all in a line. Like, what I mean by a line is like if the wall's like this, then they just go, you know, like that behind it. Usually it's all connected by one wall. I've never seen individual. Like, what I mean by individuals, like, say there's like a miniature scale, you have like one like right there, then you have like another one like right there. You know, it just doesn't make sense why people do that, and people still do it, but usually they're side by side, and that's the way it is in most cases. I've never seen anything that's not, so. Right here, we can actually add a storage closet. Storage closets are good because you do need places around the ship. Like, for this example, you would use it for paper, or office supplies, or really anything that you need, but storage is a really good thing to have, not just in a cruise ship, but really in anything that you build, because everything needs storage. You know, in your bedroom, you need, well, I hope you have storage. You'll need a closet because you need to put stuff. You need to put stuff in there, or you know, stuff like that. So keep that in mind, and we'll go ahead and do this. We'll make it kind of like a diagonal wall. So this will be one office, and we could probably fit two in here, actually, because I keep forgetting I'm gonna flip the ship. We'll put a wall in the center. Alright, and we can probably fit another one right there. We'll make another kind of diagonal-ish wall, just so it's somewhat even. So I kind of made the spaces almost equally even like that. And I'll make a doorway right there, we'll make a doorway right there, and we'll make a doorway right there. We could probably fit more offices right here as well, I'm willing to bet. So you could probably see how many spaces, though. I want to keep it at least two apart, so. There we are. And this way, I'll have 2 rows of offices. And these will just be smaller offices, though. This will be like for the less important people. You could even assign these, actually, if you want to. You can assign these to certain crew members, like first officer, second officer. I think the captain may also have a room, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But you can, like, put, like some jobs, for example. Cruise director, assistant cruise director. Carnival, I know they have, like, 3 or 4 different cruise directors on their ships. I don't know why, but they do. It's Carnival. So you could do that, definitely. And really, whatever you would like. We can make this also. We can make this a storage closet as well. Well... No, I want that. Let's just make a kind of a bench right there. I want to put a bench just because I think that these employees need kind of a place to hang out a little bit. This could perhaps be like a little lounging area. Maybe, and you want to put like maybe even a table next to it, you could. So there we go. So again, offices. These are gonna be really tiny offices. I'm only gonna put like a desk and a chair in there. These are probably for like the lesser important jobs, like maybe head housemaid or something. I don't even know. I'm just making stuff up at this point, but you could do that. Put in some lights in the hallway because they're really, really dark, like my soul, and then put a table right there. Actually, maybe we make this. And there we go. We have an L-shaped table, just like my actual one. Here we are, perfect. So then I'll go ahead. Let's kind of make like the drawers in the back area like that. And then we will put down some visitor seating, and there we go. There's one office. And you can just kind of play around with the desks. You know, if you have a diagonal room like this, you can just kind of make it look like the way you want it. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you could. It doesn't always have to be exactly parallel with the wall, like a lot of people think. You can do it in a lot of different ways. Like kind of like it's just different layout. It doesn't have to be the same layout in every room. Is basically what I'm saying. Some desks can be bigger than others. It just all depends on what you want. And as you see, most of my desks are different shapes. So that is the point on that. I'll just cut off this wall. I'll just make this thing go straight across like this. There we are. So there you go. Now we have that. And let's add a light right there. We'll add some visitor seating as well. And there we go. There's another office. And we got those offices done. So now let's go ahead and get some doors. I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. God, this video cannot be filmed right, can it? So many distractions, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting this information across to you guys, and that is what matters. It does not matter the quality. Well, it kind of does, but you know what? Whatever. Alright, and I'm going to add some overhead beams just because It makes it look a little bit more divided and a little bit more detailed. Just, you know, if you wish. So we'll make that one go parallel with the stage. And there we go. So now we have overhead beams. You can add like some walls. There you go. We can add the walls like this up, and it just kind of represents the piping going through the ship. Because actually, in some ships, the piping is exposed. I've seen that in the crew areas, and it just looks so sloppy. But it looks like Chinese made, because it probably is. We can actually put like a bench right there, couldn't we? There we go. A bench for the crew members. Alright, so there we go. That is pretty much the administration offices. Now, since I'm using World Edit, I'm going to go ahead and flip the ship. If you do not have World Edit, well, that sucks. Then you're going to have to build the entire ship twice. Or you're going to have to build that entire thing pretty much twice. Because, yeah, both sides do. So, I'm going to go ahead and position 2 since it's on the outside wall of this. Blah, blah, blah. / copy, / flip. Hopefully I do this right on the first try. Dead center in the ship, and paste. Hopefully that worked. Hoping it did. I should be able to tell right there. I think it did work. Alright, so we'll go ahead and double check. It looks like it worked. So now you can see on both sides we have the administration offices. We're going to have to close those doors though. Also be aware when you're using World Edit that you have to flip the doors again. Like the doors don't always work, so you have to kind of do that twice. Add some wool in there, just go around, double check, make sure everything is in place the way it should be. And everything is. Alright, perfect. Get another arrow. Ah, what am I doing? No, I want a door. There we are. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna double check the outside just to make sure that the flip went well, and I think it did. Yep. Okay, everything's flipped correctly. So that is pretty much how you make administration. That didn't work. Okay, well, whatever. Let's fix that. I need to stop ending the episode like too early because I keep forgetting stuff. Go through the door, please. There we go. God. Okay. Floor. Position 2, and we'll actually go up farther like this. Copy, flip, blah blah blah. This is the problem with using World Edit. It's not always 100% good. So it's up to you if you want to use it or not. And also another thing that you guys have been commenting on is how do you get World Edit? And I don't know why you guys keep asking, but you get World Edit through the description that I gave in the below. And also another thing you guys keep asking is how do you get shaders? Well, I'm not gonna sit here and do how to do it step by step. I mean, there's probably several hundred videos out there that tells you how to do it. Just search on YouTube how to get shaders, Minecraft 1.7 or 1.8, whatever you're on. I know they have it for 1.8, so you know, whatever. Didn't copy over. Whatever, fill it. There we go. Ah, step it. Step. There we go. Okay, problem 6. Okay, so there we go. That is the administration offices. Be sure that you do put that on your ship because that's something that a lot of people forget. And next episode will probably be the biggest episode yet, which we're going to do the crew rooms. So yeah, that's gonna, or not the crew rooms, we're gonna be doing the passenger rooms. That's gonna take a long time. So that video will probably be out in about 2 weeks. The reason being is because I'm going on vacation next week, so please don't comment, "Where's the video?" like you guys kind of have been, even though I explained it in my channel update video. But anyways, if you're watching this in the future, that doesn't matter. And I thank you guys for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.